All right, guys, it's been long overdue, but today I'm going to be discussing with you a 1 year later review of the Legends Pinball by AtGames, coming up after this. Well, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, I try to do things a little bit different here. There are a number of reviews out there on the AtGames Legends Pinball. I'm going to be going over that today. However, I wanted to do it a little bit differently and discuss this thing with you 1 year later, so we can talk about what types of changes have been made, what's actually available for someone who purchases it today in 2022, as well as how it's holding up. Is this truly a durable machine? Is it something that is easily susceptible to wear and tear, or does it ultimately hold up? Now, because it's a review, I think it's important to go over how it's boxed, how it was delivered, where it's available, and things like general assembly. So I will do all that up front, but I'm going to spend the bulk of this time getting into the machine itself and how it plays and what functions are available. As you can see, this is a beautiful machine. It does come well assembled, well packaged. There's very few steps to actually put this thing together. So one of those steps is going to be outlined right here. You can see you're going to set the back glass on top of this bad boy. It's got 4 wing nut bolts, that are going to go into the back to simply fasten this thing down. Then after that, you're just going to have to make a couple quick cable connections and she'll be good to go. As you can see right here, the cable on the left and then the HDMI cable for the display. After that, you put the back on and she is ready to rock and roll. Power cable goes into the outlet and you simply flip it on. It doesn't get much easier than that, guys. This thing was well packaged with plenty of foam, plenty of cardboard, and really no room for error. When it comes to build quality, this thing is bar none the best digital pinball product that you can run out and buy. Especially with comparison to the arcade 1-up. It has so many advantages, it's hardly even comparable. But the reality is this thing is durable. It has real metal legs that are adjustable. It has real glass. The side art is pristine. There's no pixelation. It's certainly not blurry. It's well done, created from very solid materials, and it feels solid as you're playing it. This thing boasts a 32-inch 1080p display. It performs at 60 frames per second and includes the additional back screen with all the preloaded art at 15.6 inches. It includes 2 3-inch speakers that have incredible sound quality for what they are. It's certainly not going to blow you out, but everything does come across crystal clear, and it has a good amount of volume as well. Not only does this have your standard side buttons, but it has 3 nudge buttons as well, which allow you to nudge the machine either side to side or up and down. And then it features something really cool. This has built-in adjustments for the accelerometers, which allow you to adjust that nudge function to your liking. These small details make it feel a lot like a real-life pinball machine, especially in comparison again to the arcade 1-up where it feels like a digital machine. This one definitely feels a lot closer to the real thing. This does have a measurable plunger, and what I mean by that is the plunger on the front can be pulled back for maximum strength or anywhere along the spectrum of strength to adapt the amount of force going up against the ball as you're launching it. In addition, this machine features excellent haptic feedback, which I was a big fan of. One of the nice things about the haptic feedback on this is depending on how you adjust the volume of the machine, it's correlated to the amount of feedback that you get. So the louder it is, the more feedback. But the reality is this thing has so many settings and options. There's no point in getting into all of them really, because I like to keep the video short. But some of the settings that are available really set this thing apart. I highly encourage you to explore them and just discover everything that's available about it to make it fit your particular type of gameplay. For example, one of the things you can do is change the back box display options to show different types of displays for games. Not only can you set it as a default for all games across the board, but you can set individual display options for each individual game, which is an extremely beneficial characteristic. And if you have certain nostalgic memories of particular pinball games from your youth, this will help you capture that nostalgia just the way that you remember it. In addition, of course, the high score recording via ArcadeNet makes it very easy. All you do is plug in your initials and save it. It'll automatically save it to your ArcadeNet account, and then you can even check it on your phone. As you can see across the top, this does feature an HDMI input, both USB 3.0 and 2.0, and then input, source, and volume buttons. Just a really well constructed machine all the way around. The great benefit to this thing is it comes preloaded with 22 pinball games. And if you purchase yours through Sam's Club like I did, you get a bonus 5 tables through a promo code. You will need a USB to load those, but they're well worth it and very easy to download. ArcadeNet, of course, for those who are familiar with the AtGames platform, allows you to play a number of games from their subscription, as well as connect a PC to this system and play your own games. And that can be done utilizing a USB controller, or you could buy the arcade control front panel for this machine. I don't really want to get into that because that's not really relevant to the pinball function, but this does have a lot of unique functions for you if you're dealing with a small amount of space and you really want to optimize what you can do with the machine. However, on the comparison level, this thing is significantly bigger than the Arcade 1-Up. I think overall it's a sleek look. It appears much more legitimate in just about every fashion. It has authentic arcade legs, and the build overall just feels great. I would certainly give this thing an 8 out of 10 as a digital pinball product. You could do some more things in terms of modification, or if you're running your own custom built machine, you could make up those extra 2 points. But as far as something that you can run out and buy at the store right now, it doesn't get much better than this. Big shout out to AtGames. You guys have done an incredible job on this product.